Hey, Andrew Wood here, and today I'm going to show you how I am promoting my new book with some serious sales copy. So I've just finished writing the sales copy for my new book, and the new book is called Fame: How to Build an Iconic Personal Brand. This is just in Word, it isn't properly typeset yet, but I've just written an 18-page, 3,000-word sales pitch, and I do this for all my books. And basically, I start off by saying, give a little intro to the book, what it's about, what you'll benefit. And then I talk about who should read this book, what type of people is this book really aimed at, so you can read it and know if it's for you. Then I'm going to tell you what kind of benefits you're going to get from the book. And then I actually do a sales pitch for every chapter. So the first chapter is on developing your creation myth, which is the core of personal branding. And then I tell you what you're going to learn in chapter 1. Then I go on to chapter 2. Once again, there's a sales pitch for chapter 2, what you're going to learn in chapter 2, chapter 3, and so on. And so I go through each chapter of the book with some good graphics. All of these images I've got either from Dreamstime, or I buy a license. It's quite cheap, or you can get them from Wiki Commons, and they're in public domain. So all of these famous people are out there. In each chapter, there's a good one on developing charisma. Each chapter has its own sales pitch. Now, I'm going to use this initially as an 18-page brochure. I'm going to give people the opportunity to download the brochure and build a list of names of people who might buy my book. But secondly, I'm going to take each one of these chapters and use this as a social media post. So I'll do a social media post like on this one on why the famous people don't leave their fame to chance. Here's another one on creating a legendary performance. So every one of these are excellent social media posts for Facebook, for LinkedIn, and for the various groups that I use on LinkedIn. Here's one on persistence, J.K. Rowling, obviously. And here I show some inside spreads, and then when it comes down to it again, I'm going to have some testimonials. I don't have the testimonials yet, but there's a list of people I'm going to seek testimonials from. This obviously isn't the final cover, but right here I'm going to ask them to buy. And not only am I going to create a book, but I'm also going to create an online masterclass, which will be videos talking about the book. And so this is a pretty long and very, very solid sales pitch. And you might say to yourself, well, who's going to read an 18-page sales pitch? Well, I tell you who's going to read it. The very same people who are going to buy it. People who are interested in this topic, interested in how they can grow their personal brand. And I have long been a believer in the adage, the more you tell, the more you sell. So this will also ultimately be the landing page as well. And so there's a lot of uses for this, both to gather emails before I publish the book, to promote it on social media before I publish the book, and once the book is published, turn it into the landing page. And I think a lot of authors could benefit from a much, much stronger sales pitch of their work, a long copy, old school sales pitch, broken up with nice graphics. And again, this isn't properly typeset yet. This is just my Word doc. Eventually it'll look super slick as well. And I think a lot of people could benefit from really spending more time and more effort on their sales pitch, because you've already spent an incredible amount of time and effort to produce your book, and this definitely produces more sales.